Monday afternoon is Tiffanys content, and we're going to call it like we see it. Norma is on the Eastern Pacific with a 90% chance of development within the next 7 days, and actually a 80% within the next 2 days. So we're going to look at it today. We're going to look at some models, the track, and see just where Norma will be headed. Some of them have her going offshore, and that is what the National Hurricane Center is saying. But then we have other tracks giving it a Category 2 hurricane. And you can see here on the model intensity guidance that it's reaching up there almost to a Category 3 in other models. So we have to go look through these models. Right now, this is the GFS, and it's going to show you Norma making landfall as early as this week. So, and you can see she's headed right towards Puerto Vallarta, right in Mexico, right where Max and Lidia just left. And then even trying to recreate that blob we had last week over there in the Gulf Coast of Mexico. So this is very interesting. That's the other one that will be coming in later, with the 50%. We'll be helping Norma recreate that blob that we had in the Gulf Coast. So let's look at the Euro model, and we can see on the Euro model, trying to take Norma offshore just a little bit. But you're going to see that it kind of toggles back. That high pressure is building a fence and kind of pushing it back towards Mexico and even the Baja, California, Cabo San Lucas area. So we are definitely keeping our eyes on both of these interests in investigations right now. 90E, and the other one has not been named. It's a 50% chance, but it looks like Lidia Max all over again. Let's take a look at the HWRF parent model. Now this is the model that is taking it offshore, and this is the model that the National Hurricane Center is kind of suggesting that the path 90E will be taking. Will definitely be named Norma very soon. So we got to just keep an eye out on all of these models just to see where Norma is going. This is the HWRF model, and you can see here that it's definitely forming into a hurricane and will most likely stay offshore with that model. This is the HMON, and the HMON model definitely gives it that full intensity with that purple eye and go right into Puerto Vallarta. We just had this situation, so we are definitely keeping our eyes out on what's happening. This is the HAFS model, and she will definitely have her coming in Mexico as well. And these are the hurricane models, so these are the most likely scenarios in tracks that 90E/Norma will be taking. And again, the same area was just hit with a Category 4 hurricane last week. So this is the HAFSB model, and you can see still forming with great intensity, still becoming that Category 2, almost up to a 3 hurricane, but still going right into the same area. We're looking at the GFS model here, and just showing you again, GFS is on board as well. Look like it would definitely be coming in as a hurricane right on those high terrains. That could be mudslides, flash flood warnings, and definitely a lot of damage right in the same area that it just left. So please share this information. There is not a lot of people that is sticking with both coasts, but we have to be aware. Here are the spaghetti models here, and I always like to show you that because you'll see that a lot of them having them going in different tracks, but you see that they're still staying towards that Mexico area, even Cabo San Lucas, the Baja California area. So this is very important. The model intensity guide would definitely see that it's almost up to that Category 3 hurricane. So again, the National Hurricane Center is keeping this offshore. It's still 90E. We're calling it Norma like we see it. So let's just give our neighbors in Mexico a heads up, as this is early as this week, Friday, making landfall, and some other models have Saturday, but it's all important that this information is spreaded. Trying to give us deja vu and recreate that blob back in Gulf of Mexico. So this is important information for the United States as well. We see that Baja California area may be affected in the Gulf of Mexico later with the remnant. It's just like deja vu all over again. Make sure you're sharing this information. Is Tiffanys content. Like, share, subscribe.